Hi, folks. I wanted to give you this message out of love and peace because I feel this state of bliss right now, this euphoric state, and I just want to spread it around. I want to talk about distilled water. For distilled water, our urine, know there are 4 distilled waters. There's not just urine. And that's the beauty of all this new information that's coming out. Okay, you've got the rainwater and the sky waters, rain, snow, dew, mist, and fog. That's one distilled water. And then you've got the machine-made distilled waters. The machine-made distilled waters. The distilled waters that are made like the kind you buy at the grocery store. Like the kind you'd make in your own machine, in your own water distiller. That too is a distilled water. And then you have the fruit juices, all organic fruit juices, all organic vegetable juices. So when you juice and you cold press the fruit into the juicer and you juice it, the juice that comes out is cold pressed, hence the term cold pressed, because it's not pasteurized. It's cold pressed. It's not homogenized or pasteurized or heated in any way. It needs to be in the raw form. This too is a distilled water. Grapefruit juice, organic. Orange juice, organic. Lemons, organic. Cucumbers, carrots, cabbage, kale, any kind of fruit or vegetable. The juices are distilled. And then you've got urine. Okay, which all the body waters. The embryonic fluids, the blood plasma, the urine, all this is distilled. So, in saying that, this is very good knowledge because of what it can do. Now, we're in an age where they're slowly releasing this information real slow about the radiation in the water, the lead in the water, the arsenic in the water, the carcinogens. They're slowly coming out with this. Now, understand reverse osmosis is a real close second to distilled. But reverse osmosis will not remove radiation very well. And there's certain things that can make it through the reverse osmosis process. Even though it's a great concept, even though it's a really close second to distilled, it's not distilled. Only distilled water is removed of all inorganic compounds, all substances harmful to the body. Only distilled. So when they talk about the early death article, Dr. McCullough, a lot of people find that early death article. Early death comes from drinking distilled water, and they get slapped upside the head, and they're like, well, I don't want to drink that. Early death comes from that. I want to stay. And this is an article, a false, fake, phony science article wrote by Dr. McCullough, working on behalf of the New World Order and the UN as part of the UN's depopulation program, so they can convince you that early death comes from drinking distilled water when it's the very essence water that everyone should be drinking. They tell you things like it leaches minerals from the body. This is an on-purpose half-truth. 80% deception, and the vital 20% they leave out. And they do it by design. The 20% that they leave out is that, yes, distilled water does leach minerals, but it only leaches the inorganic minerals. They don't bother to disseminate that there are 2 different types of minerals. There's inorganic and there's organic, and the body can only assimilate organic minerals in the raw form, unpasteurized, unheated, in the raw form. They don't tell you this. Then they tell you things like, well, you shouldn't use a water distiller because VOCs can make it through the distillation process. I'm talking about like the fluoride and the chlorines and volatile organic compounds. But they act stupid because all the water distiller factories and companies know this knowledge and this is a home purpose half truth. So what do they do on the water distiller to remove these VOCs? They put a pre-filter and a post filter. This is strictly for VOCs, but they don't want you to know that. They want to try to sell it off to you like another guy's that early death comes from drinking distilled water, which is all fake and all phony and all false. So they also go on to mention distilled water is dead and you shouldn't drink it. Well, all water is dead. There is no water that's alive. It's all dead. All of it. Then they go on to say, well, distilled water draws carbon dioxide from the air and becomes acidic. All water does this. Okay. So you can understand what I'm putting together right here. They keep hitting you with all these little lies, and they're all lies because they're in a desperate state to control the people. And they do not want no one knowing that you can remove all foreign matter from the body with the use of pure distilled water. So they want you to be deceived. And this rabbit hole goes way deep. This is a deep rabbit hole right here. I mean, this rabbit hole goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Once you start researching it, it'll take you a couple of years to get to the bottom of this rabbit hole. And it goes all the way back to the Vatican and the Zionists and NATO and the UN and all these elite people that want to keep you deceived because they don't want you knowing the truth. And if they can keep you deceived, they got you. Pretty much you're just their victim while they spray you with chemtrails because they don't want you to know how to get rid of the chemtrail garbage. They don't want you to know how to get rid of the GMOs while they flood your supermarket with GMOs. And you don't even know what's going on. You don't even have a clue that you're eating a bunch of pesticides because that's what you're eating. They don't want you to know about how to remove the fluoride or how to remove the vaccines. They don't want you to know this. They just tell you, go get a vaccine, go get a vaccine. Well, I'm going to cover another part, another section on urine therapy and vaccinations and how you can use urine therapy under your tongue 3 times a day and do a technique called urine pulling. Not bad for somebody almost 50. Not bad. I don't look like I'm 50, almost 50. Do I look like that? Well, this is what you get when you drink your own urine. You get positive results and you get outstanding energy. Now, most of you are full of inorganic material, so there are detox symptoms associated with these therapies. I'm going to cover all these different aspects of the therapies, and I'm going to release a treasure trove of information for you. So I'm not trying to get hits and clicks and make money off YouTube. My goal is to get the information out there to you. I have nothing to sell. I got a job. I'm single. I don't have no kids. I make plenty of money to survive. I got ample money left over every month. I'm not looking for any money from anybody. I just want to get this information out to my brothers and sisters and everyone out there that I love so dearly. So consider this just like an introduction part to distilled water. And we're going to move into some different sections. I'm going to try to do at least a couple of videos a week. And I'm going to move into some other sections explaining the different aspects of homeopathic medicine, homeopathic herbs, holistic healing, stuff that they really just do not want you to know about. They just don't want you to know this knowledge. They'll do everything they can to keep you from knowing this knowledge because they want you to go to the doctor with the man with the white coat because they own the pharmaceutical industry. So they have no desire for you to be well. They want you to be alive, but they don't want you to have a higher state of consciousness, and they don't want you to be well so they can make more money. So I love all you folks. Thanks for watching my video. Tune in the future. We're going to do some series on homeopathic healing and holistic healing and urine therapy. So go ahead and tune in the future. You're going to learn a lot. Until then, have a nice day. Thanks for watching.